It's a crisscross applesauce girl giving you very much hot yoga.
Almost made you love me. Almost made you cry. Almost made you happy, babe. Didn't I? You almost had me thinking.
Girl, it's hotter than a jalapenos. Hold on a second, girl. Wait a minute. I don't mind being hot, but I don't like being hot when I have on makeup. Like, that's not the move, okay? Hey, everybody, what's up? It's ToneClassic, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Did you hear that? That jangling? I'm giving you very much Mother Africa. I know I said that already, but I just want to say it again because my black is beautiful, and I am proud. And I'm drinking lemon water with strawberries in it, and I'm just getting my life, and I'm just healing myself from this bottle of water. I'm healing from within to the out. And the melanin is, and all of that stuff, all of that, literally all of that is happening right now. I feel it. But I need some back support. Hold on. So this video is going to be about my colorist dating experience, if you will. I don't want to call the gentleman a colorist because that's a very heavy title to just be thrown around. There was a colorist experience had, okay? There was an experience had by me on the date. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the story. Before I do, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and make sure you follow me on Instagram at ToneClassic, okay? Those are order of operations. They're in the intro, but girl, we have to go through it again because some of the girls forget. So basically, I met this guy on Tinder. Now, I was probably like 18. I was 18 or 19 because I was a freshman in college. I do remember that. And I matched with this guy on Tinder. Typical cute light-skinned guy, green eyes, you know, the light-skinned thing. You know, some people are really into that. I have a friend and she specifically, that's all she likes, light-skinned guys that are, that's her thing, okay? I, however, am attracted to a variety of people across the spectrum of, you know, ethnicity and race, and a variety of people across the spectrum of what it is to be black and what it is to look like a black person. I could care less about your skin color. But this gentleman did happen to be light-skinned. And so we matched on Tinder, and you know, those first few messages when you match with somebody on Tinder are gonna, like, they have the power to make or break every interaction that comes after that. So you know if you're gonna hang out with somebody that you meet with on Tinder, like after that first few messages, because it's like either they say something super weird or something sexual, or they don't say anything at all. Our conversation was actually really good. Like, we were having good conversation, and I just felt like, okay, like, this guy is nice. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's nice, he's funny, he was cracking jokes. And like, girl, like, I was here for it. We're gonna call him Elijah. His name did start with an E, but I'm not trying to put his business out there like that because, you know, girl, he could be watching the channel, honey, and I'm not trying to offend nobody. Even though he offended me, I'm not trying to offend nobody. We exchanged numbers off of Tinder, and we would FaceTime. We would FaceTime like all the time, like almost every day. I felt like on every occasion that we FaceTimed, I kid you not, he felt the need to bring up the fact that he had a white mom or that he was mixed. Like, he always felt the need to say that, like as if it was just like, good morning, I have a white mother. How was your day? I'm mixed. As if like that tells me how your day was. Like, why is that a necessity to know? Like, why is that something that, why I am not mixed? Like, we cannot mix our mixed superpowers and conquer evil. I don't know why you keep telling me that. But he always felt the need to say that, like, as if that's what he's proud of. And I guess, you know, maybe like there is mixed pride, but I feel like mixed is just black. So like, black pride is mixed pride. But I don't know, maybe the mixed girls have their own thing going on, and if they do, then girl, go off. We're FaceTiming and stuff, and eventually we decide he asked me to go on a date. Now, I come home because I'm at school. So I come home to my grandmother's house, and I'm at her home. This is like a Sunday, so I have to drive back to school at the end of the day. But I'm here because I'm waiting for him to come get me because we're going on a date. So I tell my grandmother, I'm like, yo, I'm going on a date. She's like, oh, that's cool. You know, be safe, da-da-da-da. And so I'm waiting around for this dude for hours. Like, I'm waiting around for hours, okay? And his Instagram bio used to have stuff like hashtag mixed, hashtag light skin, hashtag team curly hair. I think that kind of stuff is weird because it's just like we're glorifying. It's deep rooted. It's deep rooted, okay? But if you understand that, then you also understand why I think that is weird. Long story short, I'm waiting on him all day. He keeps saying, I'm coming, I'm on my way, I'm coming. And he never comes. Like, it literally takes him all day to get to me. And granted, he lives kind of far from where my grandmother lives. Like, she lives on the outskirts of the city at one end, and he lives on the outskirts of the city at another end. But I just feel like if you're telling somebody that you're gonna take them on a date, like, come on, bro. Like, do not play in my face. Like, do not play in my face. I have been stood up on a date before. I've been stood up several times, actually, and that is not a good feeling, okay? And at this moment, I'm thinking, okay, this guy's gonna stand me up, and I was just really salty, like, already. Like, I don't have time to waste. You feel me? I drink lemon water and strawberries. Like, do I look like I have all day to be sitting around waiting for you to come pick me up? He finally comes to get me, and he pulls up in a Jeep, okay? And I'm just like, when I see the Jeep, when I look out the window and see the Jeep, I'm like, okay, G.I. Joe, I need a soda. Okay, I see what you're doing. It's cute. It's cute. I'll get in. You put up late, but you put up in style. 2 points, not 3. I get in the car, and this is our first face-to-face interaction. And when I first see him, I'm like, okay, he's cute. Bada bing, bada boom. He's like, you're cute too. Which, if you've been on a date with somebody that you've met off of social media, then you know that, like, you do have that moment where you have to, like, mutually just, like, assess, like, okay, you're cute in person. I'm cute in person. No catfish situation here. And we kind of had that moment where we end up going to Buffalo Wild Wings. And I think Buffalo Wild Wings is like a cool first date. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, girl. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no thing for a chicken wing, you know? The odd part about it is that when we get to Buffalo Wild Wings and we walk inside, he felt the need to just be first. Like, he had to go in first. He had to speak to all the waiters, and like he spoke to them in a way that like did not invite me to speak to them. It was like he wanted to have like power over the whole entire environment almost, and that was also a red flag to me of like narcissistic behavior. Mind you, I left out the part that like every time we would FaceTime before this date, he always would talk about himself, like on the FaceTime calls. Like, he would talk about himself every single time. And the thing for me, I think I've said this in a video before, but for me, if I'm talking to someone on FaceTime, if I'm getting to know someone, I'm gonna let you talk about yourself, okay? Number one, because people love to talk about themselves. It's just being polite. But number two, to see if you have enough social grace and enough social class and conversation skills to understand, whoa, I'm literally spending all this time talking about myself. Let me ask you something about you. Let me inquire about you. Let me shift the attention to you, because I'm clearly just soaking up the whole sponge right now. 9 times out of 10, guys don't do that. And then you get to the end of an interaction and they're sitting there like, wow, you know everything about me and I know nothing about you. And it's like, well, that's it. Like, I had nothing else to say, girl. You had the opportunity, you had the chance, like, blah, blah, blah. He continues to talk about himself. We sit on the table. I'm pretty sure he said something flirtatious and weird to the waitress, which I was like, ew, like, that's weird. What? Like, don't do that. I had my hair kind of grown out. It's actually probably about the same length right now that it was back then, maybe a little bit longer. But I have this scarf on right now, so you can't see that. But I have, like, you know, a little kinky, like, fro situation, more like a high fade situation going on. And that used to be like my go-to. Like, I used to love rocking my hair like that. Like, I loved it. This man makes a remark along the lines of, when are you gonna do something to your hair? I hate when people say that. Like, black families have a tendency to say that because, you know, black hair is just complex, I think. I'm not gonna say it's snappy. I'm not gonna say anything like that. I'm gonna say it's complex. I'm gonna say that because it's so complex, we often have to find a way to box it in and make it look presentable. And I'm just like, okay, you're not signing any checks, okay? All you're paying for is some buffalo chicken wings right now. So I don't know what thing, and you were late. I don't know what you think gives you the right to ask me what I'm doing, what is going on with my hair. No, his hair is the same exact length as mine was. That's why I thought that was so funny when he said that, because his hair was the same length as mine. We had a similar hairstyle. It's just that his hair was curly and my hair was not. My hair was kinky and coily. And so for him to say, when are you gonna do something with your hair? I was like, well, when are you gonna do something with your hair? And he goes, well, my hair's curly. Like, I have curls. And I'm like, okay, all right. Okay. I see where this is going. You're going to the house and I'm going to the fields. I just say, I'm like, okay, well, I like my hair the way it is. I'm not doing anything to my hair. Like, this is how it is. Like, I don't feel the need to do anything. So I will not be doing anything with my hair soon, if that's the answer to your question. I said it in more of a lighthearted, joking way, but the intent, like, the message was still there, like, oh, slow your roll, Jethro. Again, he feels the need to bring up the fact that he's mixed, that he's light-skinned and all this stuff. And we start talking about, what is your type? And I think the reason why he brought up his complexion and all that again is because he was thinking that my type is light skin. I don't know why people think that. My type is whatever I happen to be with at that time, okay? My type is whatever happens to catch my eye. So, of course, when I ask him what his type is, what does he say? He says light skin, okay? Light skin with what? With curly hair, You girl, you figured, of course, I'm just gonna sit in there like, because that's not me. Like, I don't look like that. I don't have any of that. Like, if that's your type, then why are you sitting here with me at this chicken restaurant? Okay, I do think everybody's entitled to their preference, and that's a whole different conversation when it comes to preferences and what people call their preference and what we're conditioned and socialized to think is attractive, and that's a deeper conversation. But he prefers guys who are light skinned with curly hair. And the fact that you already made a comment about my hair being nappy, or what am I gonna do with my hair, like that it's not a good mix to me. You know what I'm saying? Basically, I was just like, okay, fair enough. This gentleman goes on to tell me that he does not find dark skinned men attractive. He does not think that is attractive to him, and says that that's just his preference. Again, you get real sticky with the preferences, guys. When guys say certain stuff like that, like, oh, this is my preference, then it's just like, are you sure it's your preference, or are you a little discriminatory? Is it a preference, or are you a little prejudiced? That was kind of like annoying to me, because like I just said, I find dark skin extremely beautiful. I think it's so beautiful. Okay, like, I don't know if you guys watch Nima Tang. I think it's Nima Tang. But she's just so beautiful in a way that you can't mimic it, girl. You can't lay out in the sun and get it. It's just not gonna happen, okay? But it gets worse, because he says something along the lines of, I'm gonna like butcher it, but basically what he said was, he was like, yeah, I usually prefer light-skinned guys, and to be honest, you're kind of pushing the border. He used those words specifically, pushing the border. And I was like, who says that to someone else? Like, who tells someone that they're pushing the border, or pushing like the color border? Are you kidding me? Is this 1890? What are you talking about? Like, when he said that, it just like sent shivers down my spine. Like, are you kidding me? I should have got the advice from you when you felt the need to keep talking about you as mixed, like it was something you need to put on your name tag. Let me know in the comments if you ever had anybody say something like that to you, but I ain't never had nobody say something like that to me. After he said that, I was just so over the date. Like, I remember I was so over the date. And in that moment, I decided, I was like, I'm gonna pay for my food. Like, I'm not about to let you pay for my food, because I'm not gonna let you think that you did anything for me. Like, with that kind of mentality and that whatever, you got some problems, man. And I'm not gonna have you able to say that you ever took me or did anything for me, sweetie. Okay, I'm about to pay for my own chicken wings. Thank you very much. What did he do? He insisted. He's like, he wouldn't even let me pay. Okay, so here we have a control freak. We have a little bit of a colorist, some colorism issues in there, some black pride issues in there, and we also have some narcissistic behavior in there, because like I said, he spent the entire time talking about himself. I was sending vibes like, take me home. Like, literally, take me home. He pays the check, we leave, he ends up taking me back to my grandmother's house, and we're sitting in the car, and I'm just like ready to go. Like, after a good date, when you sit in the car and you sit there and talk, and like, you just like, you cake in the car or whatever. I was not with that. I was like, would you look at the time? Like, it's time for me to go inside. Thank you so much for everything. It was great talking to you. Okay, bye. We're never hanging out again. So the most I can give you is a few more minutes to talk to me in this Jeep, okay? We're sitting talking, and you know what this man does? Of course, he doesn't ask me about me. He doesn't ask me how I enjoy the date. He doesn't say anything about me, girl. He asked me if I want to hear his mixtape. I wish I could be making this up. I really do. I really do wish I could make this up, but I can't make this up. He asked me if I want to hear his mixtape. I say no, and he plays it anyway. And you know what the mixtape was, girl? It was him rapping over that Missy Elliott song. Is it worth it? Let me work. Like, he had, like, I don't know, like, chopped and screwed the song and, like, slowed it down and, like, made an instrumental out of it and was rapping over it. And it was, what do you think? Trash. Of course it was trash, because why would anybody do that? Why would that be great? I'm sitting here stone-faced in the passenger seat, like, 911. After a very dry hug, I then exit the vehicle, go inside, grab my things, and go back to school. Point of the story is that you gotta filter people out before you go on a date with them. You gotta filter, because that was an entire waste of my time. And ironically, like, I'm pretty sure that same guy came across my Instagram recently and liked a few of my photos. But after that, I stopped talking to him. He would FaceTime me, like, I would not answer the FaceTime calls. Like, I was just so over it. Like, I have nothing to say to you, like, literally nothing at all. I think that it's unfortunate that there are people in the Black community that are so out of touch, I think, when it comes to issues like that, and when it comes to blackness, period. Black is beautiful no matter what color it is, no matter what hair texture it has. And that kind of mentality exists across all dating pools, regardless of sexuality or sexual identity. Like, it exists. No matter what people are going to tell you, it does. And so, you know, when you see things online, when people say comments about, oh, those ratchet black girls, and, you know, when you see celebrities make comments like that and people get upset, black people are always like, oh, you're being sensitive, or blah, blah. No, it's not even about being sensitive. It's the fact that that's so true. Like, that's real. Like, that mentality exists and people really think like that. And we have dark-skinned people in our community that are insecure. And, you know, we have women that have tighter hair textures that are insecure because of all these years of colorism in the media, and colorism in dating, and colorism in romance, and colorism in movies and music. And it's serious. And if, you know, I'm not dark skinned, okay? So I necessarily can't even speak from my own personal experience. But the experience I can speak from is what I've been a witness to. And so, yeah, that date was trash. And y'all need to get it together, okay? Because my black is beautiful. I'm not switching up my hair. I'm not doing nothing for nobody, okay? You're going to take me as I am or have nothing at all. Mary J. Blige. Tell me what you thought of this story in the comments below. I know y'all are like, what? Are you crazy? Are you serious? Did that really happen? It really happened, y'all. Like, I can't make it up. Like, it really happened just like that. So make sure you subscribe to this channel, give me a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram at ToneClassic, check out my fashion lifestyle blog, www.toneclassic.org. I wanted to do a story time because it has been a while since I've done one. So yeah, let me know what you thought, and I will see you all in the next video.